This is Eddie Chapman, and if you are thinking that, girl, this guy looks kind of like a criminal, you're onto something, because not only is he a criminal, he ended up being a British agent during World War II and would earn an Iron Cross. That's a German award. So stay tuned, because this guy's got quite the history. Hi, I'm Teresa of the Unhinged History Podcast. Today I'm going to tell you about Eddie Chapman, aka Agent Zigzag. And if anything I say sounds remotely exciting, it is episode 52, titled 3 Elephants and Cheese. So our man Eddie Chapman, he starts by becoming leader of the Jelly Gang, and this doesn't sound very tough as is, but jelly ends up being like gelignite. So think plastic explosives. And so he ends up getting into Dutch, deciding he's gonna avoid the heat, and so he takes his side piece over to the Channel Islands, and he's having a great time living it up. As he's having dinner with his girl, that's when he sees some police officers come in. So he looks at his girl, he gives her a kiss, and he says, "I'll be right back," dismisses himself out the bathroom, like literally out the bathroom window, and leaves her high and dry. Well, he ends up still getting intercepted, right? Okay, so this is the problem. And so he ends up being arrested by the British authorities, put into their little jail, and that is when, this is the hard part, right? Because that's when the Germans invade the Channel Islands and he is captured. Now, he ends up worming his way into the heart of those in the powers that be, and they make him a spy for the Axis powers, and they send him to England. And when they do, he ends up deciding after his parachute drop, which goes spectacularly wrong, he goes straight to the authorities and he goes, "Hey, I'm gonna need to talk to somebody at the MI5 or MI6 offices because y'all are gonna need me." They're like, "Bet," because of course you can trust a liar, right? You can trust a liar to always lie about himself. And so they do. And he ends up spying, quote unquote, for the Germans and the Brits, kind of cashing 2 paychecks at once and playing both sides against the other, because Eddie Chapman is on Eddie Chapman's side. Now, he's telling the Germans that, "Hey, by the way, you guys need to start, your bombs kind of went off helter-skelter, so let me give you the right coordinates so you can dial them in." As he's doing this, he is leading the bombers further and further out of the center of London. So he ends up he ends up saving lives, and it's really kind of weird to credit that to somebody so disreputable. And Germans think that he's doing such a good job, they award him the Iron Cross. Throughout this entire time, our man is a raging drunk, incredible womanizer, and he's just a headache for his MI5 handler. After the war, our man returns to life in the underworld because he is nothing if not an absolute scoundrel. And if anything I say sound remotely exciting, episode 152, where the links go, and it is titled 3 Elephants and Cheese, jump in the comments, tell me who I should cover next, and send this to somebody who is a incredible scoundrel that you just can't help but enjoy.